Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the campfire. Hope everyone's having a good evening.
Hello.
Hello. I think we're all here, though.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Have you heard?
Happy here?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We are a little bit early than
Yeah,
your normal.
yeah.
Well, no more. He's right on time.
Yeah, because I never know when Liberty's gonna be over, and
Right.
I figured with it being Sunday, it would be a little early, and so I went ahead and set it for 8:30.
Really?
Hey, and also I'm thinking it'll be an early night since I hear that yawning already.
Don't tell
Who's
nobody.
on?
She had a cat nap. I let her have a 20-minute cat nap.
I never did. Well,
I didn't feel it though.
Now I felt the cat on my legs though.
That cat nap.
I can't do that. I can't do like a half-hour cat nap. I lay down, I'm gone for like 3, 4, 5 hours. Boom, done.
Well, it's kind of my fault. I only let her go for 20 minutes because a really cool thing came on with a video and I woke her up.
Frog night. How are you tonight?
Hey, Frog.
Wrong.
Hey, frog.
Yeah, if a good nap for me was 2 hours, but
Hmm.
I haven't been able to do that for quite a while.
The last time I went to have a nap, I laid down around 3:30, I think it was. I didn't get up till the next morning.
Oh wow!
And another time I laid down about 3:30-ish, and I didn't get up till like 10 o'clock. Like, boom. Oh, wow.
It's like, man, I didn't know I needed to sleep that much.
Good deal, Frog.
I have a very comfy bed and a really nice pillow. My head hits those, I'm out.
It's
Yeah.
over.
Who the hell peed for you?
I peed before I went to bed, and I peed when I woke up.
Should I wake up in the middle of the night every night?
Oh, not me.
Bucks. Drink a
Yeah.
lot of water.
Always the middle of the night thing. Around 3 a.m.
Yep.
Oh,
That's how I caught. That now you know how. That's how I caught myself astral projecting. I was right in the middle.
No, I didn't.
I gotta pee. Instantly, I gotta pee.
yep.
Snapped right out.
We got enough.
I'm kind of surprised there wasn't a lot more news brought up tonight, because there's a whole lot more news out there that nobody's saying a word about, and it's like,
What kind of news, Bonnie? You can tell us.
it's the China, Russia, Taiwan, whatever that country is, thing. And what's that P country that they're?
Poland?
Yeah, that one. And
Belarus?
yeah. Okay.
Okay, I did hear something about something.
Yes. And it's like all this stuff is happening there, but we are an ally to Taiwan and one of the others, the little ones. So that could get crazy.
I think it's all false flags.
I hope. I really hope.
I think it's just the bad guys trying to stir the attention over here, over there. Look over here, look over here. Don't look over here.
Right.
I'm
That's
doing,
kind of the way I'm looking at it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh, Joseph says Ukraine. Hello, Joseph.
Ukraine. Hi, Joseph. How are you?
So,
doing the swan.
Yeah, we're allies with Ukraine.
Yes.
Should read that more.
I don't know. There's a news channel, and it's called Texas News Studio.
Mm-hmm. And are they putting out real news, or are they putting out crap shit?
I don't know, but I'm almost ready to unsubscribe because they put out some scary stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to see this.
Frog says weekends are always slow for news.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Weekends seem to be the hot spots for the cities, though, with the riots and stuff going on.
Yeah, but they don't show those.
Well, I know that.
What you mean those peaceful protests?
Yeah, they show those though.
Until they're on trial, then they'll show it.
So it says
Oh,
many.
I'm sorry.
I'm doing a swan thing, and it says swan disappeared for many days.
Disappeared.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Did it come back?
that's what I'm doing. I'm doing swan medicine.
Oh.
Well, you can't disappear for many days.
Well, today's first day. I didn't go to Liberty at all today.
I noticed that.
Didn't look. Didn't want to look. Wasn't interested. Refocus. Renewal.
Okay, then I won't say any more news.
I don't think it's the news. It's the wacky people that don't know how to, There's so many pages going on. You can't make anything out of it anyway.
Well, and I think a lot of people are feeling the exact same way that we've been feeling. I mean, you can't help but get frustrated and even totally depressed because we're sitting here just watching and
Yeah, it's hard. Watching a train wreck.
yes.
Yeah.
When you feel like you should be out there doing something but everybody, then at the same time, I think that's where us women come into play. We're supposed to be holding the men back. So because it's being taken care of, and who knows? I don't know. Hold the line.
Yeah.
Heather.
I had a good day. I spent time with my birds too.
That's good.
Oh, crazy. Happy here yet? Did Liberty end or what?
I think he was fixing to because he was doing the prayer. Yeah, I saw that too, Joseph. I think they were saying 13 states so far, or I can't remember how many.
Joseph says, Mike Lindell Supreme Court lawsuit, and now state AGs are suing to reinstate Trump. That'd be good.
Yes.
Wow.
I know our attorney general is fighting like crazy. Paxton, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah,
I
that's
need to
good to hear.
call him. My daughter's boyfriend talked to him personally on the phone, and I
Yeah.
said he answers his calls. I need to
Wow.
call him.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that was pretty shocking to me. Of course, his was a whole different deal, but
I hear the current administration is going to be getting sued for defamation by a certain young fella's
yes,
defamation lawyers.
yes. I saw his mother put that out, but because he did open his mouth when it
He
all
inserted his
happened.
foot and shoved it down his throat.
Yes. Hey, Anna Marie.
Hi, Anna Marie.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, Sage. Hi, Anna.
Seems like there was another lawsuit I heard against him too, but I can't remember what it was.
Have to do with that Hunter's daughter's diary.
I don't think all of that has come out yet, but that's going to be a good one too.
Holy God.
Yep.
Nothing but a shit show. Here we go.
Yep. I wish they'd find some stuff on the VP too, because we don't want her. And then there needs to be something.
They're just waiting.
We need to start it all over.
No, we don't need to start it over. That's where we went wrong in the first damn place. We don't need people to rule over us.
No, not to rule over us, but
Rule with us.
somebody has to be in charge of the military. Somebody has to be
Hi, Lisa.
Doing
doing
deals.
the foreign affairs. And
The system we have now will not suffice because
No.
plugging good people into a bad system will corrupt them too. So we
Yeah.
have to do away with this and come up with something better. It's not a redo. I don't think it should ever be a redo because if we start over with the exact same pattern, we're going to end up with the exact same result everywhere.
Yep, that's
Yes.
insanity. That's what
Yes.
they call insanity.
Well, I don't know what you would call it, but I mean, there has to be some kind of law and order, and there has to be somebody to deal with the foreign affairs. And we can't trust the generals, obviously.
Hi, Lisa. You coming up, Anna?
Do I need to put the link again?
Still snowing by you, Jeff and Heather?
It's a wet, slushy stuff coming down now.
Yeah.
Aw,
All night?
Rain and snow kind of combination.
makes it even colder.
It's gonna get that all night or what? Man, I hate winter.
blowing as hard as we can, but it's just not pushing back up towards Dorinda. I mean, it is only just my wife and I doing it, so
What's that?
looking at the weather.
Mm.
Pushing it back up towards-
He's just teasing me about the weather. Ooh-hoo-hoo.
Oh, Pappy's okay.
He was in LW.
Okay. Well, I know earlier he was having that pressure in his head from all the
Yes.
Yeah.
different things going on.
Yep. He might come up.
What do they call that? Powerful energy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That he has. Let me see.
Joseph, who's Patrick Byrne?
He is the ex-CEO of Overstock.com.
Yeah, Overstock.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, that's
but
right.
he's
Working
Joseph-
on the selection event that happened in 2020 in
Okay, well-
November of
he's talking about what's been working on Lindell's Supreme Court lawsuit, a press conference in BC, what we can expect over the next 9 days.
Oh.
Okay, where's that? Where can I see that? And I don't know.
Oh.
I put his name in and a whole bunch of shit came up, but nothing about what he was talking about. So I don't know where to look.
just look up Mike Lindell lawsuit Supreme Court
Okay. Give me a minute. I'll check that out.
or check out Lindell TV or something.
See, no, this is the way you do it. You don't just.
Heck yeah.
You know,
We'd be doing it, but it's a lot of pressure on our, internet. So
yeah. You know what I
that's it.
mean?
They got stuff up all night with y'all.
All I'm seeing is gassy chat.
Yeah. It's just one of them days, I think.
Better in and out. That's what I always say. I mean, better out than in. Yeah.
Yes, I was gonna say. Wait a minute. That gives you a bellyache.
I'm still waking up with no coffee.
Oh, okay.
You just woke up.
Yeah, I was napping.
Oh.
Deserve those every once in a while.
I was going to try it.
That's why I've been going in. Sorry.
That's okay. Hey, Lisa.
Joseph said if he had a wrench, he would be able to post the links.
Boy, don't that sound familiar?
There's our Pappy.
This is Grandpappy.
Hi, Pappy. Uh-oh.
Oh, Lisa. Well, I'm glad you're with us now.
Yeah.
She said as soon as she said hello earlier, everything froze up on her.
Once, dudes.
Yeah, we've all been having computer problems.
Yes. Well, ours is just a really signal issue, I think. But
Oh, Joseph, I cannot believe you just said that.
what?
Wow.
What's your name again?
Hey, Bonnie has a golden heart, but a spine is steel.
I don't
Don't
even
mix
know
up
if
the two
anybody
metals.
has a wrench here on Bonnie's channel.
Hey, we got
I
it.
don't-
We got a mod down there.
I don't care
behave,
though.
Joe.
I don't want one.
Behave, Joe.
Unless you want me to have one.
Copy of good
Well,
shit.
he's laughing his ass off.
Pappy's down there. He'll take care of you.
Is Joseph the one that calls PG hot?
Don't poke the bear.
Pappy's the general.
Yeah, don't poke. Yeah, don't kick the bear in the ass.
He's here.
Good Lord.
Easy now.
Well, see, that's yeah,
Some of that, huh?
yeah. We'll discuss that later.
Okay.
I mean, I feel that it should be somebody that's here every night. First of all,
I'm here every night, but I'm up on panel with you every night, so
Me
don't
too.
give us one because we're hardly ever in chat,
yeah.
and we don't really mind.
Yours is pretty good.
Yeah, because I'm on a computer and I can't do anything in chat.
I know. Me either. Well, yeah, I can hear. That's right. When I'm on Heather's, I can't comment in chat unless I use my phone.
Right.
I don't know how to use my phone to do that.
It's easy.
I
So,
don't
Joseph,
have
am I to
YouTube
take
on my
it that you're
phone.
feeling bad because you're out of a wrench work right now? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because Gigi's not up and running right yet. Maybe he's just having wrench withdrawal.
Maybe, but he has been here quite a bit. I do give him that.
He's here a lot. Joe and Vic always hang out. Really, he just
I know.
he talks for a little bit and then he drops back into the shadows.
Yeah. Hello,
There's Vic,
Victor. We were just
See?
talking about you.
Yo, Vic.
Okay. Who else do we want to name?
There's
Gigi,
Victor.
Gigi, calling Gigi.
GG.
What are you doing? Trying to call up the Candyman?
Who else do we want to call? Shane.
No.
No, we don't want to call Shane.
Oh, you wanting to call people up on purpose? Okay, well if you want to, you go right ahead.
He's not here. She's trying to call him to come into chat.
Every
Well,
time we
Dave's
mention
not here either, but that's okay.
who's not?
Dave. Dave's not here,
Dave.
man.
No.
Who's Dave?
Hey, Pappy, who's Dave?
Cheech and Chong. Cheech and Chong. You guys watch that.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen Cheech and Chong.
Oh my gosh, Dave's not here is classic.
It's a
a classic bit.
It's a little skit,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Okay.
Who is it?
It's like I literally had that for a ringtone for somebody before.
It just seems like as soon as we mention somebody's name, here they come, and it's so.
Here
I
she
was like,
comes.
okay, who else do we want to mention? Yeah,
That's fun.
Jeff Riddle. He's never here.
Alan.
Hey, I noticed.
Alan.
Yes, Alan.
Alan.
I noticed Craig went on right at Liberty, same time Liberty did. Craig did.
You know, I've noticed that, and I've been wondering about that. He's not the only one. There's a couple of them, and I thought,
Yeah. Isn't that nice? Wow.
I don't
Just because
know.
I don't want to hang out somewhere every day of the week doesn't mean I would intentionally start a show while they were doing theirs. I just don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Because I try to be, the whole reason we did the afternoon at the time we did was because nobody else was doing that.
Yeah.
Well, and that's it. We try to be courteous to other channels, and
Absolutely.
I know that Travis is always on at the same time I am, but that's a whole different atmosphere. So people
Yes.
confuse between train wreck or a little
that's-
calmer, I hope.
calmer
that's the
party, you know, having a good
that's
time. Having
That's
a good
the
time.
tavern down on the corner.
But I know that that's where Jeff B goes, and so I know that draws a lot of attention,
Good.
which is okay.
Yeah. It's not a competition.
No.
No.
Hey, Dorinda, have you ever heard of this cookie? Wortman. Wortman?
Uh-huh.
Wortman's Bakery, man. It's all natural cookies
No, I haven't heard of them.
from Canada.
We have Vortmans, but it's not natural. It's like chemical shit. It's
Oh.
like half moons and that kind of stuff.
This is baked with real strawberries and no artificial colors or flavors, no high fruit corn syrup. That's why I bought them.
What is it?
Okay, Victor's asking where his wrench is. And then he goes,
All right.
he goes, okay, where's my wrench? Don't know why, but it sounds important. No, not really. I'm fine.
Oh,
Good. Maybe they'll put a torch under his butt.
Maybe.
All it's going to do is set his pants on fire.
Shit, you
Well.
might enjoy that.
Well, there's
They
that
better have
about
a
it.
big vat of vinegar for that. That's all I'm saying.
No, gasoline. You
Yeah.
gotta throw gasoline on it.
Oh, just the old way, boiling water.
No, I don't wish any ill on anybody.
That's true, too.
I
That
know.
was the sarcastic part of me coming out.
Oh, I get that. I really try not to ever be in that spirit of mind anymore. Like I don't even like.
I try not to be, but that just sort of slipped out there. I
Yeah.
apologize.
I get it. We're human. We're human beings. I get it. But
Sometimes the old me
knowing
comes
is half the
before
battle.
no. Oh, Anna Marie wants to tar and feather him first.
You know, it's when you see it. Yeah,
Well-
no, I don't feel bad about it, and I know wishing ill on somebody, it can come right back at you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's called boomerang effect.
Yeah,
But-
well,
There.
Trudeau's
What
not
you
doing
put
any
out
better
comes
here
back.
than B is doing there, so hey.
But as a voice for the children, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You sure can't lay that all in one person's lap because it's way bigger than one person.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know that. Definitely. And it's so, yeah, it's all of them.
Whatever, Joe.
But Joseph, the tar, if somebody lit his ass on fire, the tar would be better, I think. Just saying. Here we go again. I'm sorry.
Oh, you know what's really good is strawberries and Cool Whip.
Yep.
Well,
You know what's also good?
What?
Melted marshmallows and cream cheese with cut up strawberries.
Ooh, I'll bet that would be pretty good.
Oh,
I'm
it's
not really big on
awesome.
marshmallow, but I love cream cheese.
You melt the marshmallows and you mix it in with the cream cheese.
Mhm.
Oh.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
You melt the marshmallows and you mix. Hey,
There's
Pappy.
Pappy.
Oh.
Hi, Pappy.
Hi, Pappy.
Well, hello.
Yes, sir. We'll calm down now.
Bear walks
Sorry
into
if I
lodge.
smell like
Everybody
smoke.
else sits down.
Hey now, baby.
You're back.
Oh. Sorry, Joseph. Didn't mean to interrupt your flirting.
So, Miss Bonnie,
Uh-oh.
our Bonnie. What were you thinking when you were doing your title tonight?
Not what I'm thinking now. Well, kind of, sort of what I'm thinking now, but it was more for me personally. Getting back where I was in my peaceful realm.
Well, is that actually a renewal, or is that just returning? There's a difference between the two, you know. You just say you're going to return to what your peaceful self and everything.
Well, that's true.
That's not renewal.
Okay.
Renewal is the Bonnie that, instead of standing back looking at all those guys leading up against a corral watching the rodeo, reaches right up and pinches one on the butt. That's renewal. I mean, that's the change.
You are not going to let that go, are you?
I have a memory for little things. Lynx watches, but doesn't release a whole lot of things. But the things that he does release, he releases over and over again.
Lisa, see, you understand, right? You've seen them lined up in their Wranglers. Oh.
Well, the energy is much more calm tonight than it was earlier in the daytime for me.
Good.
Happy to hear that.
Yes.
No.
Joseph, I don't see the link, but I'll come back to chat after the show is over and look for it. I can't see it in the chat I'm in, or that I'm looking at.
Dorinda, he's pulling your chain because he doesn't have a wrench. And if you don't have a wrench, you can't post
that's
links.
right.
So
I'm sorry.
He's pulling your chain.
I'm sorry. Yes, that's true.
See, and here I thought he was flirting with Anna. Now I understand he's flirting with you. I get it now, Joe. Right on,
I thought he was flirting with Bonnie.
Joseph trying to see who's got the power with the hostess tonight.
No, he was talking about Gigi earlier.
Joseph is working everybody. I'm supposed
He's a womanizer.
Special powers tonight. Everybody's
Happy,
got
what do you think? What do you think the energy changed from?
What's that?
When did you notice the energy change?
When did I notice the energy change?
Yeah.
Actually, I noticed the energy change seemed to settle down right at about a little after 8 or so.
That's
Robert, you're the one.
And that probably accounts for the time changes and stuff. What were you sending me?
what's that?
My chat's getting crazy.
Who's little
Joseph,
dog?
I don't believe in, Joseph, I don't believe in long distance romances.
Sunday afternoon.
I want the real thing, not an internet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I have an internet husband, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Have him take out your internet garbage then.
Boy, that sure spread, didn't it? Just like LH was my daughter. Remember?
Badger.
Yes.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck.
Got Badger in the house.
Kiss my grits. Yeah.
Nice one, Joseph.
Yeah.
Would they do? Kick you out of there, Chuck?
I don't know what you want.
Kick him out of where?
Travis. He said goes over there.
Oh.
Until he gets worked up. Then the badger comes out.
Yeah, Chuck shows up when he gets tired of paddling around the muddy water in some other chat someplace. And he comes over here where the water's a little more clear.
Yep.
And more calm.
Definitely that.
I hope so.
Well, we might be a little calmer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's that rejuvenating mineral hot springs that everybody wants to jump in. You know?
You never know.
Well,
She is in Texas. Things are bigger in Texas.
Yeah, but people get splashing around in the hot tub over there, and it puts the campfire out.
Gotta have a campfire.
I actually don't know if Travis is up. I didn't see a notification.
Yeah,
I don't watch
Hey,
Travis,
Joseph.
so I don't care.
the only time I
Better
can
watch
see
out,
my
Joseph.
if I see my notifications, it's because I'm on the YouTube tab. It's open, and then I happen to see that there's notifications up at the little bell icon up in the upper corner. I mean, you used to be able to get the notification; they would show up on my computer screen, or that doesn't happen anymore.
Wow.
I think that's
Bonnie,
intentional.
Joseph said he emailed you a link.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Looking now.
Yay, Anna.
Joseph, be careful. Anna swings a mean frying pan.
Don't all women?
Yeah.
Don't all women? I like.
Yeah.
Hope you had a good day, Chuck. Oh yeah, he had to go shopping this morning, didn't he? Wasn't he on yours, Jeff and Heather?
What's that?
Yeah, Chuck came on this morning, didn't he?
Was
Yeah.
it today he came up? Or no, I think that was just you and Bonnie came up with me today. And that one new girl, and then Pappy.
Oh, that's right. You come up here then? Come on.
So are mine, Joseph. So are mine. And I'm good at swinging it. My son and I used to have wars with them.
Come on.
Right, Anna. Just got Travis's notice.
Oh, nice, Chuck.
Chuck reading my mind. I was thinking of too.
This one.
Sometimes, Anna. Sometimes. And my son and I used to have fights, well, play fights, whatever, with the frying pans around the house when he was little.
Oh my goodness.
Then yes, we'd whack each other with the frying pan. Or threaten to, anyway.
My favorite part of that movie, Medea's family reunion. Hot grits in a frying pan.
Ooh, It's like getting hot oatmeal poured on you.
That would hurt.
He had it coming to him. That's what I always told both my husbands. You ever lay a hand on me, you do sleep.
Yep.
She's some Kathy Bates prior 1980 something in Missouri. Stephen King's main actress right there.
Subtly just mentions, oh, don't
She
worry.
said,
I'll
"You
break your
sleep."
ankles and you sleep.
Dolores
No,
Claiborne.
I was thinking a baseball bat, but okay.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I saw like the Dolores Claiborne book story all in my head.
What's that other one that had that demonic blonde that cooks the rabbit?
I have no idea about that.
That's another demented one.
I read a bunch of the books, not all of them, but I read a bunch of them. Then I was into Edgar Allan Poe and all that stuff at that time too.
The only one I remember hearing about is The Burning Bed, I think, and J Lo's Enough. That was
I
pretty.
haven't read one of those.
Well, I don't think I've seen them, just previews. I can tell by the previews if I want to watch something or not. And if it's hitting close to home, I don't want to watch it.
No, yeah, I prefer to read a book actually than watch a movie.
Yeah.
That's just my personal preference. Because I want to get
Yeah.
the story how it was intended from the author without any of the crap. And I like to make my own pictures because I have a pretty visual mind.
I have a vivid imagination, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can live in a book. I can. That's total vacation for me. I just got to pick up the right book, and I have my whole. I can travel to faraway countries and see the markets and experience the scents and sounds and smells and activities of a certain time period. Yeah, I get real into it. I do.
And yeah, when I was raising my older kids, I read all the time. That was my escape because you can go into another world and totally ignore everyone around you.
yep.
They didn't like that. They'd come to
Sorry,
get me.
folks.
Wait,
Sorry,
wait.
folks. I gotta go. I'm gonna head it over to Anna's house for supper.
Saw that.
Ooh.
Hey, Jeff and Heather, remember what I asked you? Look what Anna says. Corley,
Pork
look.
chops, gratin, potatoes, and French
That's
green
what's for
beans.
supper. She
Uh-huh.
calls it supper. She's from
Supper, yeah.
Wisconsin. Supper. We just talked about that.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Anna, have you ever tried the French green beans and you put one beef bouillon cube in there? It's so good.
We have some of that. Yeah, we got some. I'm gonna try that.
We don't have French cream.
I'm going shopping.
Sounds good, Joseph. Let's hope it comes true.
Do you imagine the ability to learn through osmosis? You'd have to be 10,000 times more careful what you decided you wanted to learn about because of the influx of information into your brain. And if you were be able to learn just as a what if, right? If you were be able to learn through osmosis,
Wow.
I don't know, would you remember it as well? Would you have access to that information as easily? Maybe there's a switch you can flip in your brain to
That's my grandma.
open up more percentage of use. What a miraculous idea that would be.
Did you read Lisa's comment?
Yeah, that was my grandma. It was good.
That's like Corlin.
I know, me too, Lisa. Me too, cover to cover.
Yep.
But I'm very careful about what I read nowadays. I will say that. In my youth, I would read just about anything. I had certain things that I liked better than others, but I was an avid reader. But now that I'm older, I'm very careful about what I take into my mind.
Oh no.
It's a good book. She has to sit and she'll read the whole thing at one time.
Well, I was one of the romance readers. That's
I'm
what
a
Oh, no.
mystery.
Really?
I like a mystery.
But there was a lot of history in the romance books.
You read
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot.
It wasn't all just, and they weren't smutty books. They were
Housewife porn.
just
That's what, you can
romancy.
say it. You can say it.
So what?
Housewife porn.
It didn't have any.
I know. That's why they call it that.
Oh.
Oh.
Mandalorian.
We call that
Yeah.
fantasy romance stories. Yeah.
I like them if they have some if the story itself is wrapped around historical fact. I really enjoy it.
Yes, me too.
But I actually stopped reading those for a long time too, because I actually read an entire library's full stock, I guess, of those books, and then they were sending out to other libraries, and it wasn't a rinky-dink library; it was a very large library. But I just ran out of a bunch of them to read, and then I just stopped reading them for a while because, I felt like I was doing that every night. I was reading a book a night there for a long time.
Yep.
Oh, you've seen me go at it.
I know I'd be there with my little flashlight. And my husband would be like, "Can you turn that off?" And then I'd hide under the blankets so he couldn't see it, thinking he couldn't see it. And not putting my book down.
Someone reading my high life.
Yes, Chuck. Any reading counts as reading. Reading grows your brain.
If it's educational to you, sure. No, it doesn't even have to be educational. I would just read for.
California School Board votes to not support, enforce, or comply with Governor Newsom's stuff.
Yay.
All the time somebody does. I read too. If people don't start to stop this, they're gonna double up, triple up. There's no limit to what they'll try next.
Yes.
Nobody stands up. They can do anything they want.
Yep. That's why I keep saying, rip your kids out of school. If everybody would do that, I don't care if it's just for a week. Do you know how much money they would lose and how
I said
that
that
would
months ago. Like, that's the way we stand up.
Yes.
You really
And
want
then
to take
say,
them down, and you really want to take control back over your life and the life of your children, then stop letting them have control. Take your children back. Teach them at home.
Yeah, the minute the kids are out of school, they don't get that next funding.
Then you go to county board assessor and say, "Hey, I want my taxes redone because there's no school. I want my taxes reduced instead of raising."
Yes.
That's how they fund that. That's how they fund that stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to property taxes are going to go up. Triple gas money, just the gas money.
Mine already went up $300 this year.
Firemen, police protection, ambulance service, they got to pay triple for the gas too.
Oh, wow, Chuck. So what country are they in now? Going into Poland. I'm telling you, I've got to get a map in front of me. I cannot remember where all these countries are.
Right next to each other.
Yes. Anna. I watched, you know what? I do have I think it's Russian, is it RT? And then I watch Sky News.
What?
Yeah, my homeowner insurance went up too. Auto. Everything is just going up.
Everything is
insurance
going
paid.
up, but what is coming in?
Same amount.
If your income isn't coming in with what is going up with your expenditures, you know,
It's not. And that's what just blows me away. Um, you know, how much does your Social Security go up and when? Once every blue moon?
January.
what Social Security?
Yes.
Yeah, that's tied into the cost of living index. Okay, and this year there's going to be a Social Security bounce, probably one of the larger ones that they've had in a while. I think it's going to be 5.9%, the 1st of January, 2022. But of course, one thing that always happens when Social Security goes up, the cost of the Medicare goes up also. So your
Yes.
Medicare deduction goes up. So they take it from one place and they give it to the other place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of my friends, she lives in a housing authority. And so when that happens, they will go by that for her rent. So her rent will go up. And she also gets food stamps. So the
Yep.
food stamps go down
Yep.
because of the increase. So that increase doesn't do one single thing except mess you up even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just moving the money around from different department to different department. They're just
Yeah.
circulating it. And you know, the bad thing about it is that the people that are on Social Security that put into it for the 40 years or whatever it is they put into it, okay, they used to be able to look forward to that because it was an account that used to be set up in their name. But
Yeah.
when they transferred that, years back into the general treasury, that, they basically spent it all.
Yeah.
So now we have to rely on the money that's in there that used to be in there is no longer in there. So now we have to rely on the IOUs from the yo-yos in Washington.
Yeah. Now they call your money a benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, not an entitlement that you paid into.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they say? We print the money, you get to use it, and we want it all back.
Yeah.
With interest.
Uh-huh.
Take the money that we printed, we'll give it to you that as you earn it for all you work. You buy all your houses and your cars and even put some of that money away or whatever. And then when you die, we want like 53% of it for an estate tax. So
Yep.
you can't pass it along to somebody else. Well, they've already taxed you on that money how many times?
Exactly.
And they're going to
Yeah.
tax you on the money again. So it's a death tax, So, we're all their little piggy banks.
Shame on you. You're not allowed to die. You need to pay us for that. That's 10 gil.
Yeah.
Well, like that story that I read recently over in China. They dug up this old lady's body because they didn't have permission to bury her in the ground. She had to be cremated instead.
Oh no.
It was a illegal use of the ground, which is owned by the government. The people don't even own the ground.
Yeah.
That's like somebody, the Native Americans scratching their head and say, "How can you tell me that you own the water, that you own the earth?" Don't make
Yeah.
any sense.
Yeah. It used to be a thing here where the dinosaur tracks are. We could go down there and go swimming. And the property owners considered half the river their property and, on each side. And so they were okay with it. Well, then uh, LCRA came in, took over. Now nobody can go in the river at all.
Yeah. Well, do you know that all waterways in the United States are not owned by any person? They're all owned by the government.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Even if it flows through private property, you don't have the right to dam it up or any of that stuff. That's why they got all the permitting process that you have to go through.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, I do know in Ohio, if you do want like a dam or like a generator that goes, you have enough water that runs through your property, then yeah, you can get permission, but you cannot contain. You're not allowed to restrain it. It has to still flow at what it flows in.
And you
Well,
can't get somebody for trespassing.
What's that again?
in some states, it's against the law to collect rainwater.
Yeah.
You can't even collect the water running off your roof.
In our city limits, they don't allow it.
You can own the
Hey,
earth and
Shepherd.
still all you'll own is earth.
That's probably because of mosquitoes in the city. I don't know. That's trippy.
Hello, Shep. How you doing?
Hey, Chef.
I don't know, but we will when we move.
Yeah, remember what Chuck said? His tomatoes were growing good until he ran out of rainwater and had to use the garden hose. Then they died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they got out of the water. They got to put their government 2 cents in the water, and that 2 cents is all toxic chemicals.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even then they're putting in recycled water and stuff that's supposed to be clean and everything, but all the people flushing their old medications and pharmaceuticals down the drain and everything like that, there's those forever chemicals in there, and the water treatment doesn't take them out of there.
Oh no.
Those crocodiles in the sewer.
I tell you.
Yeah.
I know they tried to put a meter on people's wells here to tax them for the well water.
Oh yeah.
And that got blown out of the.
Well, see, if they have a meter on the water coming into your house, right? They do here in the city and stuff. If they started doing that, if they put a meter on the water that you use, I wouldn't mind it if they put a meter on the water that you pee back out into the toilet so that you can get a credit for it.
Right.
That you're returning it to them.
It's
like
solar, right?
It'll be like a bottle deposit.
Yep.
I'm being funny,
I didn't drink no water in California. I never drink. I don't like tap water.
Yeah.
At the restaurant, I'll say, where'd this come from? I'll just buy a glass. You got a bottle of water? I'll just buy it. I don't want to drink your water.
Well, I don't even know if you can trust bottled waters anymore. A lot of those water companies were purchased up by the big conglomerates, Nestle and PepsiCo and all those places, and they took over the brand names, Aquafina is owned by one, Nestle owned by another one, this and that, and they all put their little stuff in the water now. That way, they can say it's spring water. Well, yeah, it might have come from a spring originally, you know. But they took all the stuff that put the spring in your step out of it and put something else in it.
Yep.
Can I say something about water real quick? You guys have
Sure,
heard me
go ahead.
talk about it before, about how frequency and vibration affect water. We all know it, right?
Yep.
You can bless your water as well.
Yep.
And thank your water as well, and kind of give it that love energy, that love light energy before you drink it.
Sounds weird, but it works.
Yeah, you can
It's
charge.
living.
You can charge water up
Yeah.
with energy. Yes.
Yeah.
It then
You don't
becomes
have to
holy
speak
water.
loudly to it.
Yeah. Anyone
That's
can
what
make
that's what I'm drinking now. I'm
Well,
drinking
you
right out of the
remember-
river, Pep.
I talked on one of the shows a couple of weeks ago about the water ceremony. You know, pouring the water over the feet and things of this nature. And and that's just what Heather was saying there about blessing the water. That's exactly what you're doing, is you're putting energy into the water for a purpose. You know, and you can do the same thing for water that you're taking internally. You know, you charge it up with energy. You know, because what is water? Natural water has minerals and stuff in it. What can minerals do? Minerals vibrate to certain frequencies. They can store energy. Look at the crystals that are in our watches and the microchips in the computers and stuff like that. You know.
Yep.
So we can do it.
That's why I love. That's why I love my water. I love because this river flows over crystal. You know.
Yeah.
This river is so clear. It's amazing.
You keep talking about that, Big Brother, and we're going to come out there to visit, and we're going to end up not wanting to leave.
We're gonna wrestle.
You're gonna go swimming in the healing river.
Heather, you won't want to. He sent me pictures, and I'm just like, I even showed the girls, and they're all, when are we going?
Isn't that water clear?
How many acres do you have?
It's just beautiful.
I got a sprawling 1 acre, but I got all the state land to the south of me.
They won't know.
Does it
No.
snow there, Robert?
No,
No.
not yet. Not last winter anyway.
Because I was thinking, I bet that's pretty if it does snow.
I had a bust, like a fitting bust off my engine, and so
Good night,
I just
Victor.
put water when I rebuilt it. I put water in there to build up a little corrosion to keep that fitting, tight for me. And I come up here, and then I was like, well, I'm watching the temperature. I was like, well, I better go get buy some antifreeze. But it only got 34 here, so that's as cold as it got.
Hey, Bonnie, can I share screen real quick?
Yes. Do I need to do something?
Nope. Just let me
Just ask
pull it up. I just wanted to get permission. I didn't want to do it without permission. Can you guys see that?
No,
Did you find it?
No?
I just see
Good
her
night,
check
Victor.
me out.
Good night, Victor.
Where'd Pappy go? Oh, there he is. Okay, it's not letting me share
Oh,
screen.
it's because I need to do something. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got to bring it up on panel once you share it.
There we go. Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's right down the bottom of the hill.
Yeah, that's at the bottom of the hill.
Right now, today.
No. But that's what it looks like around here.
When it snows.
Hold on, I gotta.
Sorry, Joseph. It's not.
All right,
letting me.
you can. I'll stop sharing for a second. There was one I was trying to look for that was it was our backyard this one winter. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, we enjoyed those. You went through them too quick.
Oh, you want to see? This is just all my stuff I've got put in my Rain Paint Studios file that I use to make stuff. We can look through pictures of.
Yeah,
Oh.
pictures.
It's up to you, hon.
Everything from around the area.
That
And is
wasn't
it
your
snowing by
problem.
Oh,
you?
here.
Is
I
Anna
want-
getting snow?
Who?
Who getting snow?
Anna. Is she? I thought you said it was snowing earlier.
Yeah, I think she probably got to be getting it there. I saw the weather map. It looked like it was going to be getting some there.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's mine.
That's a dream catcher.
That's the one I wove myself. That's part of my story.
Her stories. To it.
I know it doesn't make a whole bunch of sense, but it does to me. And since I know how to read my own dream catcher, that's what really matters. Okay. Oh, here's our backyard now. This is behind our house. Well, but our house wasn't there when I took this picture. 5-1 in the woods.
Did Jeff go deer hunting?
There we go. There's our front
I
yard.
don't deer hunt.
Nice.
Don't?
I know how. I know what to do. I know how to do it all, but I don't deer hunt.
So pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I love to see when it's all iced over. It looks like a crystal palace. Just all right.
Wow.
I know I have some more. Sorry, we're in my studios. Oh, there's little buddy.
Little groundhog?
Yeah, little groundhog. Out in the yard. Them little buggers are everywhere. There's the driveway. There's one of the
Back road
on the back
trips we were on,
roads.
yeah. We're just taking a look at the way it was coming out of the hill from one of the mines.
That's Jeff's logo for his barbecue that I made. These are my photos when I first started playing with cameras.
Yeah.
Close-up pictures. I love stuff like this, so I was just walking around taking pictures of stuff like this everywhere.
I do the same, especially when we go down to the coast. I'm like, what are these flowers?
Oh, here you go. That's the front yard, upper front yard,
Pretty.
right above the driveway.
Anna has 4 inches already?
Wow.
Wow. That's crazy. I thank the Creator for not having me winter again.
And
There you go. There's your bigger version.
There's our bigger
Bonnie.
of our.
That is pretty.
Man, you got hard. That took a while to clear that out, huh?
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Oh, we didn't clear
Yeah.
it. Oh, we only took down dead trees that were trees that had been diseased. We didn't tree any of this property.
Looks good. Yes.
It's still thick.
That's what I want mine. I want mine.
We love
cleaned
our
out
friends.
Now we've done a lot of cleaning, as in getting rid of the brush and the dead debris, and just trying to keep the upkeep on it. But
yeah.
Oh, hey, check this out. This was one of the first things I designed in college. Not even knowing I would ever be talking about the stuff that we're talking about now. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
All connected by frequency, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the
eye.
There's the waves of the mother one that you guys see on my little, my tiny little circle. That's the full painting.
I love irises too, Shep. I have
Oh
iris.
yeah, they're my favorite flower.
Somebody keeps mowing them down, but they come back.
Well, thanks for letting me show you my pictures.
Thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
You got tons. Of
I got
pictures,
tons of
just
pictures.
you
That's
don't
just
have
what
it
I have
on the
in
computer.
one folder right now.
See, that's the other
It's
thing
my
too.
digital art, my photography, and my paintings.
Yeah, and we don't keep everything on the computer either. We put it right over to that hard drive that we were talking about.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I need to write that down. I have got to get one of those. I know I wrote it down before.
I had wedding irises. All my gentlemen wore irises. My groom had the best, most beautiful one. And my bouquet had irises. And black-eyed Susans, because that was my mother's favorite flower. Did I have a yellow rose for my dad? I don't think I did, because my dad was still around, but he just decided he didn't want to come out for the wedding. So my sons gave me away.
Well, that was his loss.
Yeah, especially when I'm his only kid that was ever going to do it only once.
Yep.
Someday I'll show you guys a wedding picture for Jeff and I if you are interested. I like going back through my pictures.
Of course.
Heck yeah, we got them somewhere in there.
Oh, yeah, I've got tons of them.
Oh, hey, I can show you one thing. I can show you one more thing. You want to see some pictures? All right, hold on a minute here. Let's see. I will show you.
I just
I
thought
bet
you
you
guys
guys
would love that winter picture. There's a serenity when it gets like that. There's a silence that comes after a snowfall that is unlike any other time of year. And so, as long as I am able, I will still live in a 4-season climate because my bones may complain, but there is something about the silence after a snowfall that touches you in a place that's so deep. And it speaks to a part of you that you only get to hear that one time a year, it seems like.
All right, I'm gonna bring this up now. Okay, sure.
I'll say it. I'll pass.
That's okay. It's not for everyone. And that's okay. I get that.
All right, we'll have a little bit of fun here. We shouldn't take too long.
I like
Let me
it.
know when
I like it.
when you
I
have it
like
up.
cold. See, I like
Everybody
that.
see
I
this?
just don't like the cold that comes with it.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
You guys don't get it. You guys ain't like Wisconsin, upper Wisconsin. I'm telling you, it's 10 times as cold. It's bitter. I'm telling you, it's hard to
I
breathe.
wouldn't
Well,
want to
yeah,
live
I
there.
wouldn't wanna. Yeah.
But I'm happy where I'm at.
Okay.
Illinois wasn't bad.
It's kind of hard to see, but I'll bring it in close.
And there's a serenity in the wintertime in the woods. With all the trees sleeping. Beautiful.
There's a deer hunter.
Hey, this is where the driveway originally came in. You couldn't. Now the guy that was with us, he could drive his truck down in at the time, and we could not drive a vehicle down in here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and I'm standing where taking the picture. I'm actually at the corner of what we call the big house, which is the main house. And as we go on here, I'll explain, but this is where our actual driveway goes out. If you see where I'm taking the mouse.
Yep.
Because there's a corner right here. This is literally the head of the corner of the road, and by law we had to have 400 viewing feet each side. So we had to take our driveway out this way so we could see 400 feet this way and 400 feet the other way. Made it really nice too because it leveled the driveway out instead of trying to drive up a hill to the road.
Especially as bad as that washed out.
Yeah, and it washed out all the time.
Yep.
Now this is part of you'll get there, but this is part of what's been going on. Now, what you see in this picture here, of course, all the rafters, this is how it was when we got here. There was nothing in the walls, just
Mouse houses.
just conduit and wire. Your conduit for the wire, no plumbing. These were windows straight across, and we put in. You'll as like I said, as we go through, you'll see that there's some. You actually used to be able to walk out here.
It was a porch.
It was an upper deck above,
like a covered
yeah.
parking area.
Let me go back, and yeah, you could. This was where the door used to be, and I never got pictures of it. I forgot to get pictures of it when we were doing the construction. So I did this so I could show that this was actually a porch before it became a roof. Oh, that's Miss Tessie. She is in memory now.
Oh,
Rolled to roost.
Yeah, but she was the boss. Back. Okay, as you can tell, I'm just gonna kind of go slow through.
The whole house
That's
was
right.
like that?
This is the whole house was like this, except for the new wood. Now the new wood that you see, this is what we were putting in, but there was banister up there. The kitchen was just like it wouldn't look like this. It was just open.
Your bedroom caught my eye.
Well,
right.
like that pretty cool bedroom, huh? I did that for about a month until the rest of the family.
When you were staying,
and we were dating. So we were having dinners out here and rolling the roost and having campfires.
It was romantic. It was very romantic.
It was awesome.
Every other night I slept in the Jeep.
I'm going to find the main picture. Just give me 1 second here. Oh, there you go. Here you go. There is a door. There's the door down there.
There's the porch.
And here's the porch that's out there where you saw the roof.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, you can see that this is open to down below. And there was 4 bedrooms up here. And this was the walls. This is the wall for the bedrooms. For the It was a hunting cabin. It was what it was. It was, Pops and son. There was a pool table on top of this, but I don't know if I got that in a picture as we go through here. Yep, there you go. There's your pool table. This is one of the originals before we even touched the place. That's what it looked like when we walked in.
It's kind of got a loft, huh?
Yeah, it's a loft upstairs, 4 bedrooms. There was a bedroom back here, bathroom right there, and then the kitchen. Yeah. And then there was a hole in the floor back here to go down into the basement.
Yeah, with a straight down stick ladder.
It was a stick ladder.
Oh my goodness.
And
then,
3rd
floor basement.
This is what it looks like now. Actually, a lot nicer, but yellow walls, cabinetry. There you go. This is what the kitchen looked like when we got here.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there was still porch swings hanging in front of all those windows you had seen earlier, because they would sit on the porch swings and just open the wooden shutters and hunt out the windows from the house. It was a hunting cabin.
Yeah.
And then upstairs, those bedrooms.
That was drywall.
His name was Marvin. He was a really nice contractor. He's Amish, and he did everything, but he was our main guy, and he took care of getting the electrician in, the plumber in, and then he did the rest of everything else, all the framing, everything. It took about 6 months.
Yeah,
it took about 6 months. Yeah.
Wow. That is big for a cabin.
That looks a lot cooler. That looks a lot
30
cooler.
by 40.
That looks cool like that.
Yep.
Much.
And progress. It's all it was. It just little, and we kept it open. We wanted to keep it open, and that's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Left it all open. big windows up top, up here. Lets a lot of light in for the house. Now, this was my bedroom and Heather's bedroom when we first moved in, because it was just us. And the bedrooms upstairs went from 4-bedroom to 2-bedroom, and in the bedrooms, each bedroom had full baths. So there's 2 bedrooms upstairs with full baths, another bedroom downstairs. It's a main bedroom, and it's got a full bath. And then there's also another plumbed in for the basement, all ready to go. All we got to do is just install everything, and they could have a full bath downstairs. The house could have four bathrooms. And there's your sliding glass doors after those guys that were
took all the
cutting.
windows out.
Yeah, we just took all the windows out and there's one here, and then one over here. There's a sliding glass door.
See,
So
Bonnie,
three
you get one of them for
sliding
your kitchen, Bonnie, and then you can put a little patio, even a cheap block patio, and then you got a dining area for your kitchen outside.
Mm-hmm.
Makes your kitchen bigger automatically.
Now
I think we put Pappy to sleep.
Yeah, this is our first snow. And then, like I said, it just slow progress. You know, that was our first Christmas. There's our Christmas tree. Yes, a drywall Christmas tree.
And
star on top.
And me and Peg cut up a bunch of
Dixie
cups, red Dixie cups.
Yeah.
And we strung popcorn.
It was a blast.
We made red bells decorations for the Christmas tree. It was fun. We had a good time.
Let's see if I can.
I told the girls I want to put a ledge where the kitchen window is going to be, and so that you can, one can be inside putting stuff out for the others to grab.
I want to scoot through this here. They're all kind of mixed up. I wished I had them more. And then, of course, us doing wiring and satellite. And I did all the internet in the house. Every room in the house has internet plug-in. Living room, all bedrooms, basement, the rec room. So it's all set. So when you bring them, all you got to do is just put a modem on the wall and plug it right in. And the whole entire house is wired for internet. Cable, everything. I ran everything for that. An electrician didn't.
Did you have to have county inspectors and stuff?
No, we're lucky on that one. We're in a
cool.
county that does not require any kind of permit.
Inspection.
Yeah, nothing like that.
Okay.
You just have to have a certified electrician put everything in, but you don't have to have it inspected.
Right.
And there's the first sewer this property ever saw. The house was never plumbed with sewage. It was just an outhouse, which was fun. I mean, it didn't bother us. I mean, but when we have family coming over and we were planning on, our parties and barbecues, and
that's
of course,
expensive.
I'm going backwards for these. You got to be able to have a place for people to go to the bathroom. And as you can tell, when you see that one picture at the beginning of our show, you see that road that goes down. This is the road right here from putting the sewage in. That's what that road is.
Mm.
And you can see here, this is all open. Oh, there you go. Right, it's all open underneath here. It is now closed off. It is. There's actually a room right here with windows ready to be put in the front. We just don't have it done yet. And then, of course, that's a project now my brother gets to work on because Heather and I are out here with our home. See, there's the first original picture from looking up down into the woods where we got gravel. It was fun. It was quite an experience. And that's after getting our gravel. That's looking in.
I had to gut.
Go up right here.
I had to gut my house to make it look like that before I could redo it.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
I just had a bunch of people come over. They tore the place apart.
And yes,
All I
my
did was
brother and I did everything for driveway. We installed our own driveway. Yeah, it is. You're right. It's a lot of work. I mean, even if you are, we didn't have to gut, but when we got the place, we were in the same situation you were with getting stuff. There was tons of things in this basement. It wasn't just. I mean, it was all of what you saw when we walked in. We got that with the cabin. It was 3 couches, chairs, the tables, mirrors, 3 refrigerators, 1 freezer, 2 stoves, and that's ranges. There was just a furnace in the house, but it wasn't the best furnace. So we had to get a furnace for it, central air and all that good stuff. And now it's heaven. That's what it looked like when we first got here. There you go. Porch up above there. That's that door. Now there's 2 doors that were right here. It's not easy to see in the picture, but it's 2 doors right here, and this opened up to the basement, and then the ladder was right over in the corner here to go upstairs. That was almost it. Now there you go. It's painted. I didn't know if I had a painted one or not, and that's green, and this is blue. Your eyes don't deceive you.
Windows are in. Yep.
Yep. And there you go. There's the snow. See
There's
how
the snow. Yeah.
it's thick.
I ain't seen that in many, many years.
And this was 10 years ago. 10,
That's nice,
19,
man. Them stairs are nice.
12, 20, 12 years ago, yeah.
I'm a drywaller. I like the effects of the angles. They're very cool.
Yeah.
that's kind of eye.
Yeah.
That's nice, man. Good job.
And then, of course, instead of having that drop down on the other side of the house, we had stairs put in to go to the basement. And it's just open to the basement right here. But that's what it is. And now we're going to be getting ours together here. I've got tons of pictures of ours. I got to get them all together, and so we can show ours as it kind of been going together. Now we got to take pictures of our bedroom. We've got hers and get that done, painted, and then get done painting. Yeah, we get done painting hers, and then we'll get pictures of that, and then dress it up, and all those pictures will be done. Ours will be done, and the next year, we're shooting for the addition.
See, that's a renewal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's fun. It's just it's project after project, and you accomplish that, and also a bigger greenhouse.
We did put
Did I hear you say you were shooting for an addition on the place?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Start a commune?
No. A little bit more room just for Raina. I mean, she's grown up now. I mean, she needs a little bit bigger room. We can turn her room down here into an office, and then we'll have our office for doing computers and whatever.
And Mom can have
And
her,
she
her
got- yeah,
work
our
in there
little
without
area.
it being bothered or
And then
tossed
we're
around by
gonna-
the cats.
have a TV room instead of the living. We'll have a living room, but a TV room, so we can have it separated. So if she's doing school, we can have a place where I can go to be quiet and whatnot and watch TV. But they're not going to be big rooms. They're just going to be small rooms. More thinking about, I don't know, probably like a 20 by 25.
That's pretty good size.
Yeah. Well, give her enough. That'll give her a pretty nice bedroom, and then that'll give her a pretty nice little spot for us to have a TV room or something. And you know, if she wants to do what she wants to do, she can be in
Or even a
that part of
guest
the
room or
house
something.
with a friend or her cousin or something, and she's not. We're not disturbing each other. You know, she can do her thing, and we can still do ours, but yet still be together. You know.
Yeah.
And it still keeps it under 1,000 square feet. But if we did that, we'd add, thinking about it'd be roughly around 870. And then when I add the garage, oh yeah, gotta have a garage.
The more rooms you have, the more stuff you can accumulate. And then you add
I definitely
storage.
don't want to park my cars in the house. So
More stuff.
I often wondered about people parking their vehicles underneath their houses and stuff. You know, it's like,
yeah. No, I'm gonna try not to attach it to the house. I thought about it, but I'm gonna leave it.
That's the way they all are down at the beach. Park
California
up under
too.
the home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Icky.
Exhaust fumes, they rise. Warm the car up. Okay. Asphyxiated in bed. Can't breathe.
Mhm.
Unreal. I'm glad I'm not in that hot heat either. At my brother's house, it's like 106 degrees in the summer. Then they both come home from work and pull into the garage under the house.
Yeah.
Yet the guest room is up above the garage. Like, wow.
Yeah, we started small just so we could afford it. I didn't want a bank loan.
Yeah.
So we just went with a lease place for a gambrel barn. Started out small and just said, we'll just add on. Paid it off in 3 years, and things were almost done in here, and then we can do an addition, and there's no loan. We just tried to be simple. I mean, we thought about it a lot instead of jumping forward like my mom or my dad did. They did great, don't get me wrong. It's not that, but I just didn't want that. Had cars, and I've had, just loans in general, credit cards, and always seemed to be underburdened just constantly. No matter how good you were with something, you ended up still being broke.
Yeah.
So we got rid of them all between both her and I, and did this, and it's been going really well. Real well.
Well, that's how we're.
It takes time.
That's how we're going to be doing.
Yeah. It's satisfying. It really is. I'm just taking it day by day, and the more and more, and it just becomes a part of it.
Yeah. The girls are impatient. They want everything done right away, and I'm like,
It
Better
doesn't
start
happen
saving
that
back some money then. Quit spending it.
Get that padding. Get that padding in your carpet. Put them lay
Yeah,
away.
we have one in the family that's kind of like that. And he's old enough to know better, but he's still that way. And the funny part about it is don't forget, like, look at some of our family members. It took them 30 and 40 years to get what they got. They busted their
Wow.
rumps to get what they got. And they, like our grandma and grandpa, by the time they passed on, they owned a $200,000 home finally in their life. They had a $50,000 car in their 80s and 90s. They couldn't afford it back when they were raising the 3 girls. They had a simple little home in the middle of town, and that's what they could afford. The rent was I think it was like $28 a month, and the fuel to get back and forth to work, my grandpa said, was like close to $5 a month, and he barely got paid $30 a month. So, it was growing up and learning, and it was like, wow, and realizing the things that they did have were things that they had when they first got married, and they'd had them all those years. All the furniture they've ever had, they got basically when they got married. My mom still has their porch furniture from when they got married.
Oh, wow.
It's wrought iron patio furniture. Can't get cushions for them anymore. You just have to have them custom designed and made.
Yep. Guess what my mom already did?
She's getting rid of the truck.
No, she didn't get rid of it.
Oh.
They
Oh
went.
boy.
They went to order a deer guard and lower. Oh crud! What do you call those? Man, the step to get
The
up
running
in
board?
it. Yes, thank you. Running boards, and they're going to have the top put on the back that you lock up. That's level with the
All right.
back end
Tonneau cover?
roll top thing, or I think it's
Tonneau
a
cover.
roll. Yeah. And so they went to order all that. And that was on Friday. And took a back road coming home. And a deer hit the front of her truck. She says the deer hit her.
Of course it did. They just jumped right out in front of you.
I've had him come up to my Jeep in the middle of the road.
I've had them running alongside
Well,
me.
they kind of do. Yeah. So now she's trying to get that fixed before Friday for the appointment to get the deer guard put on there. Oh my Lord.
Well,
Yeah, had it a week, if that.
never a dull moment.
So,
Nope.
Anna, how much does your ex owe you for that house
Wow.
being sold? I hope he owes you lots.
Really.
400,000. Well, in the essence of the dream that was put forth, that's a good return. That's a good return.
Yep.
It's a shame it ended up in the situation that it did. So I'm not trying to. Well,
This place went up.
Thank you, Lisa.
This place went up
Too
in.
bad, Anna.
This place has already gone up in price.
Yeah. With I've already got the property paid to the family itself. So when mom does pass, I get 5 acres. Of course, our house is already on it. and then that's, you know, we can stay or we can go. And it don't matter. I mean, but it'll be split. You know, the property will be in my name then. The property will be split.
Yeah.
That's
That
cool.
way, if Heather and I do want to go, then we have something that would go towards the next one.
Yeah. We almost didn't do it, but we didn't.
But I don't. The way we're already doing it, we don't want to go anywhere anyhow. So we're already setting ourselves up for retirement.
Right.
No,
Good idea.
no, yeah. The way we're getting, the way I'm trying to set it up now is we're on one level, and if there is any stairs, it's not very many. But and then I'm also including my daughter, so if she doesn't want to go anywhere, she doesn't have to, but she'll have her own area.
Yeah, her own.
You know,
place.
and she can come and go as she pleases.
And she
Even
will.
even
Okay,
if
right.
they come back.
We'll participate.
Yep.
Lisa's back.
My
Yeah,
boyfriend's
she was.
back and
She's
he's gonna
folding
be in
clothes.
trouble.
You know, the normal chore.
If you see him coming,
It's more of a
better
job
cut out on the
instead of a
double.
Hey now.
My boyfriend's back. Yeah, my boyfriend's back. He's back.
Oh, you know what that's heading towards, Joseph.
Yep.
Mm.
What is it? Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're gonna go after the one that the regular people, not the criminals,
Mm-hmm.
which is stupid.
Yeah. Isn't Chicago the most
Yeah.
shootings of any other city and strictest gun laws?
Yeah, the country. Crazy.
Oh, hey, can I jump way back to Happy's point when he first got on here?
Sure.
Yes.
I know he's smiling. So
Mm.
think about the word renewal and break it down to its parts. Renew all. So not a returning, but a renewing.
That's what we're all going through, is a renew all.
It's funny that you bring that up at this time because I know Robert has already pulled a card and it's been waiting.
Mhm.
Right, Robert?
No, I ain't pulled one yet. Corlin,
Yeah.
Corlin was here. Where is he? I'm ready though. I am
Yep.
ready. I'm
Well,
loaded.
in that case, I'll tell you the card that I pulled,
All right.
and it's not from the medicine card. This one is from the Sacred Path cards, and it's called the Rites of Passage. Interesting.
Wow. Yeah.
The changes of many winters mark the cycles of the wheel. The lines across my ancient base show all that I can feel. The nature of my passage remains a mystery, for in my heart of hearts I hold my destiny. When I was but an infant in the beginning of time, I marveled at the wonder of discoveries I did find. Now that I am ancient, I have learned once again that the weight of every winter brings discovery like a friend. And the key word for this card is change, not pocket change. Okay, change. The rites of passage in Native American tradition refers to the changes from birth to childhood to adulthood or passing from life to the spirit world. The exceptions to this rule are special rites of passage that occur in certain medicine societies when a member is being initiated into the mysteries of new levels of awareness. These new levels of understanding and spiritual knowledge are opened only to those who have earned the right through the way they live their lives. To have earned the right to pass through the golden door that leads to all other levels of imagination and awareness involve many years of proven good conduct, demonstration of spiritual gifts, as well as the willingness of the elders to pass down that kind of medicine. The rites of passage that every Native American goes through as part of the growing process are quite different. The particular rites of passage used in ancient times for Native boys usually involves the ownership and care of the boy's first horse. This was the first step to manhood and began a rather long process of learning what it meant to be a warrior. The second step involved going with tried and true hunters to observe and learn how to track and eventually to become a provider. In this case, the young man was taken as a moccasin carrier. Moccasins were in need of changing rather often if it was snowy or wet, and the young man was responsible for making each party member's dry moccasins available for quick changes. As the young man learned more and more of the proper conduct for a warrior, he was given more responsibilities until finally he was chosen to be responsible for a hunting party or a raiding party of his own. If one horse or man was lost when he was in charge, it was a disgrace to his judgment and the honor of his family's name. Becoming the successful leader of a hunting or raiding party marked the end of adolescence and the beginning of manhood. Young women, on the other hand, had several rites of passage ceremonies as they came into womanhood. The first was among the women of the Moon Lodge and marked the first menstrual flow or moon time. In the Choctaw tradition, the girl's mother or eldest female relative would go to the creek and cut a piece of moss from the bank and return to the Moon Lodge. The moss was then placed so that a couple of drops of the moontime blood would touch it, and then it was replanted along the creek bed. This ceremony was to establish a link to the Earth Mother and to rejoice in the fertility of the young girl coming of age. This ceremony was to establish this young woman was then acknowledged by her sisters as a mother of the creative force and a mother nurturer of the dreams of the tribe. She was honored as an equal in the women's council, and this coming of age was celebrated by a feast given by her family. This feast was a public ceremony that involved the parents of the woman child. In this ceremony, the tribe gathered for the feast given by the girl's parents, and everyone came in their finest ceremonial buckskins with their painted faces. This would be the first time that the young maiden painted her face with a red moon, which marked her first moon time and therefore womanhood. In the rites of passage ceremony that preceded the feast, the maternal grandparents would ceremonially tie the parents together at the waist with a braided buckskin rope. The rope, about 18 feet, was then extended to the young woman and tied around her waist. The young woman would then dance around her parents, stopping at the four directions to call out her gratefulness to each direction for her parents' guidance and love during her childhood. The parents acted as the hub of a wheel and turned towards each direction with their daughter as she danced around them. The circle was made 4 times, and with each round, the daughter called to each direction with a prayer of gratitude for some past kindness her parents had shown her. At the end of the young woman's dance, the parents would publicly acknowledge her right to make her own decisions. The parents would then speak of their daughter's virtues and talents and of their continued love for her. The assurance was made at this time that the parents would be available for further guidance, but would not interfere with her life, as she was now responsible for all of her future decisions. The daughter then cut the buckskin rope in a ceremonial manner, marking the final cutting of the umbilical cord, and joyous cries would go up from all observers. Then the feasting would begin and would last for up to 2 days, depending upon the ability of the family to provide for the observers. Now, in the Sioux tradition, another rite of passage for a young woman marks her reaching a marriageable age. This ritual is called Honka by the Dakotas and involves the announcement of open season on the young girl for any young man who wishes to court the young woman in question. In the Honka ceremony, the girl is carried from her lodge to a ceremonial lodge by the members of the warrior clan, who are her father's age, and set down in the presence of an honored elder male who will discuss with her the responsibilities of being an honored woman of the tribe. She will receive a new dress, which is a symbol of her new role in the tribe, and will be expected to follow tribal law, spoken and unspoken, regarding the conduct of a woman. In all traditions, each woman, as a mother of the creative force, is called upon to nurture children, the feeble, the ill of health, the elders, the warrior at her side, as well as nurture the dreams of the people. Native women are held in high regard because they follow the path of beauty. The sacred path is one of loyalty, compassion for others, hospitality, sharing, sense of family, use and development of personal talents, discretion, inner strength, marital fidelity, and the selflessness balanced with a good appreciation for the self. Another rite of passage is the last rite made for tribal members when they pass into the blue road of the spirit. Some call it dropping their robe, others call it going to the other side camp, and other tribes call it going to the sky lodge. The Plains tribe used to place their loved ones on the death scaffold, which some called the sky lodge. The Pueblos bury their dead so that they may return to the underworld and nurture the Earth Mother with their bodies. The prehistoric red ochre people covered the bodies of their dead with red ochre and placed them in the Mother Earth's womb in a fetal position to be reborn in another time. Some seafaring tribes in the Northwest would bury their dead under a cairn-like mound of shells to assist the dead in listening via the shells for the time to reawaken and be born again in the physical. Other tribes had burial mounds that contained all of the deceased sacred medicine objects, which would carry the spirit with his or her talents into the other side camp and assist those still in the physical. In every Native American tradition, death is seen as a new cycle of learning. This final ritual of passage ensured a safe and speedy transition into the spirit world. The popular movies have called this transition the happy hunting ground. Now, this is just basically a slang term that's used by the white eyes to denote the joy that the Native Americans feel upon returning to the ancestors having successfully completed their earth walk. Every type of rite of passage marks a major change in the way Native Americans view their life path. Each rite of passage brings new privilege to experience the beauty of each phase of life. From the newborn in the cradle board to the oldest elder, each life cycle adds to the wisdom and experience of the tribe as a whole. Beginning with the birthright, which welcomes a new infant into the tribal family, and ending with the death rite, which sees the graduation of that spirit into a new life, each rite of passage is celebrated as a part of the sacred hoop or medicine wheel of life cycles. The rite of passage marks a time of some momentous change in your life. If you have drawn this card, you are being asked to make note of the growth and change that is occurring because it will shape your future. The change may be small or gradual, but you are changing. The changes may be drastic and earth-shaking, leaving a sense of confusion, but each one is benefiting your growth in some manner. The Rite of Passage card can also speak of a need for a change if you have lost the magic and the spontaneity of your life. Only you can make the decision to change the doldrums to excitement. If this decision is made, be ready to fly with eagle and experience the new freedoms those changes can bring. In all cases, change is the key. Remember, if the moment you are experiencing is not beautiful, recreate it, and you will have initiated your own rites of passage.
That's beautiful.
Wow. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's just
Now,
beautiful.
each of you here have been and are going through rites of passage. People in the chat, you're going through these things and have gone through these things. Collectively, we're all going through rites of passage now, too. It is the small things that make up the whole. So that is the passage of each cycle is a renewal. You leave behind that which you were and come out something new to go forward with. Okay, the means you're doing it again. So this indicates the cycles that you go through in the learning process. Even something as mundane as the day-to-day chores that you need to do until you become familiar with them, and they become a habit, that is sustaining into the future, and then you can learn new things. But it also pertains to your spiritual development. You'll learn these things, you'll apply these things, okay? And then once you've gotten to a certain point, you're ready to redo that process, renew that process. And you're taking what was and adding to what is coming, making another new. 1 + 1 = another new one.
Joseph,
by the time you go through-
congratulations. 45 years, that's awesome.
Yeah. So you
And
take a
happy
look at
that was really nice.
Yeah, you take a look at that and you can see yourselves in that. So that's probably why you named it that way, Bonnie.
Yep.
Yes, I heard every word.
Robert will probably pull the card that will reinforce the action part of that.
Yes, I did. It's I pulled Dragonfly. Dragonfly.
Well, I know that applies
illusion.
to at least 2 people here.
Dragonfly breaks the illusion, brings vision of power. No need to prove it. Now is the hour. Know it, believe it. Great Spirit intercedes, feeding you, blessing you, filling all your needs. Dragon medicine is of the dream time and the illusionary facade we accept as physical reality. The iridescence of dragonfly wings remind us of colors not found in our everyday experience. Dragonfly's shifting of color, energy, form, and movement explodes into the mind of the observer, bringing vague memories of a time or place where magic reigned. Some legends say that Dragonfly was once a dragon, and that dragon had scales like the dragonfly's wings. Dragon was full of wisdom and through the night, bringing light with its fiery breath. The breath of dragon brought forth the art of magic and illusion, of changing form. Then dragon got caught in its own facade. Coyote tricked dragon into changing form, and the shape of its new body became like dragonflies. In accepting the challenge to prove its power and magical prowess, dragon lost its power. Dragonfly is the essence of the winds of change, the message of wisdom and enlightenment, and the communications from the elemental world. This elemental world is made up of tiny spirits of plants and, and of the elements air, earth, fire, and water. In essence, this world is full of nature spirits. If Dragonfly has flown into your cards today, you may have been you have may have forgotten to water your plants. On another level, you may need to give thanks to the foods you eat for sustaining your body. On the physical level, on the psychological level, it may be time to break down the illusions you have held that restrict your actions or ideas. Dragonfly medicine always beckons you to seek out the parts of your habits which you need to change. Have you put on too much weight, or have you started to look like a scarecrow? Have you tended to the changes you have wanted to make in your life? If you feel the need for change, call on Dragonfly to guide you through the mists of illusion to the pathway of transformation. See how you can apply the art of illusion to your present question or situation, and remember that things are never completely as they seem. There's your action.
That was beautiful. Good night, Joseph.
Yeah.
It's probably long gone, but
That's what you call double verification system.
Every one of you
Yes.
have earned the rite of passage. You've done what it takes to earn the rite of passage. Now what you have to do is learn to sing the song. Changes. You put one foot in front of the other.
Good night, Joseph.
Yes, I have a lot of work to do.
Well, it's not work when it's exciting. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Sort of. Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Because even little
Well, I don't want to be a scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
You caught that part, Pappy.
Yes. That's what I told the girls the other day. I was like, he's really getting some wrinkles on my cheeks here. And they said, that's because it's laugh lines. And I said, okay, then that's all right. When I'm smiling, they don't show as much. So keep smiling.
You know what they say, Bonnie? Inquiring minds want to know.
What?
Yeah. Huh? What? Whether or not that ring that's on the back side of that pocket of those Wrangler jeans is from a can of Skull, or if it's just from a money purse with gold nuggets in it.
Usually a can of Skull. Haven't seen much gold around here.
The gold is all trapped inside of your energy sphere. You got to let it out.
Shout, shout, let it all out.
Been a miner for a heart of gold.
Gee, thanks, Anna.
Crow is very, very powerful magic there. That's some Crow's got some good medicine. Tell you what, Crow is underestimated in many ways.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's one smart bird.
Call he, the messenger.
I got
Excuse
yeah,
me.
I got
Heather, did you ask Pappy about changing your? Because you can have more than one, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
was just wondering if you asked him about changing your bird.
You can have more than one because just like, you look at life around you, we're surrounded by people, and a lot of those people have specialties. They're very adept at one specialty, even though they're a person. Okay, it's the same thing with our spirit helpers. They come in a variety of different flavors, if you will. Some are adept, at one thing, and others are adept at another thing. So you can certainly have more than one, just like you can have more than one, a circle of more than one friend. But just like that which is around us, your spirit helpers can come and go also. You may have a totem for a period of time to come in and teach or help or whatever it is for that period of time, and it transitions into another, and that one will go to the background again.
Yep.
Okay, so that's not uncommon for that to happen either. You can have multiples. You can have your own totem pole.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
mentioned earlier that I can see this painting in my head from when you guys were reading those animal cards to me, and my hawk changed. And I can't see a hawk there anymore. I see a crow there now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought that was very interesting. And I thought, oh, okay, because I do realize that they can change. You get what you need, right? That's the beauty of realizing the change in your helpers is because you get what energy you need. You get what medicine you need.
Yeah, well, what happens is this. Inside, your spirit is talking to you, saying it's time for a change. And so that call is put out. Okay. And, we logically, we're thinking and stuff, we don't know what that change is, but the call has been made. And when there's a teaching that's supposed to be given, the teacher will show up for the teaching, for the lesson.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where awareness and discernment comes in. Okay, if there's a yearning for progression, if there's a yearning for the rite of passage, if there's a yearning for the renewal process, the call goes out by our spirit out on that great spiritual web out there, and the teaching is sent so that the transition can take place. Okay, and the teacher is sent to teach it so that you have the awareness of it and will be able to absorb it. Once the teaching has been completed, then it's up to the student to demonstrate the understanding of the teaching and put it into action. Okay, that's the cycle of things. Once again, we're into the cycle of things. Everything happens
Right.
in a cycle.
Sorry, you ready for your lesson?
Oh, okay.
It's very long.
Okay.
Crow's some serious medicine. Crow, are you cawing so I may know the secrets of balance within my soul? Or are you sending your sacred caw just to remind me of universal law? There is a medicine story that tells of Crow's fascination with her own shadow. She kept looking at it, scratching it, pecking at it, until her shadow woke up and became alive. Then Crow's shadow ate her. Crow is dead Crow now. Dead Crow is the left-handed guardian. If you look deeply into Crow's eyes, you will have found the gateway to the supernatural. Crow knows the unknowable mysteries of creation and is the keeper of all sacred law. Since Crow is the keeper of sacred law, Crow can bend the laws of physical universe and shapeshift. This ability is rare and unique. Few adepts exist in today's world, and a few still have mastered Crow's art of shapeshifting. This art includes doubling or being in two places at one time, consciously, taking on another physical form and becoming the fly on the wall to observe what is happening far away. The Europeans that came to Turtle Island were named the Boat People by Slow Turtle. Even with the knowledge of alchemy possessed by certain boat people, none have ever seen the powerful shape-shifting of shamans who utilize Crow medicine. Many boat people were frightened by what appeared to be animals coming into their camps or dwellings to discern their medicine. Crow's medicine people are masters of illusion. All sacred texts are under the protection of Crow. Creator's Book of Laws or Book of Seals is bound in crow's feathers. Crow's feathers tells the spirit. Crow feathers tell of spirit made flesh. Crow is also the protector of the Orgala or ancient records, the sacred law belts or wampum belts beaded by the native women long before the boat people or Europeans came to this continent, contain knowledge of Great Spirit's laws and are kept in black lodges, the lodges of women. The law which states that all things are born of women is signified by Crow. Children are taught to behave according to the rules of the particular culture. Most orthodox religion systems create a mandate concerning acceptable behavior within the contents of worldly affairs. Do this and so, do this and so, and you will go to heaven. Do this, do thus, or so, and you will go to hell. Different formulas for salvation are demanded by each true faith. Human law is not the same as sacred law. More so than any other medicine, Crow sees the physical world and even the spiritual world as humanity interprets them are an illusion. These are billions of worlds. There are an infinite amount of creatures. Great Spirit is within all. If an individual obeys Crow's perfect laws as given by the Creator, then at death, he or she dies at a good medicine death, going on to the next incarnation with a clear memory of his or her past. Crow is an omen of change. Crow lives in a void and has no sense of time. The ancient chiefs tell us that Crow sees simultaneously the three faiths, past, present, and future. Crow merges light and darkness, seeing both inner and outer reality. If Crow medicine appears in your card spread, you must pause and reflect on how you see laws of Great Spirit in relation to the laws of humanity. Crow medicine signifies a first-hand knowledge of a higher order of right and wrong than that indicated by the laws created in human culture. With Crow medicine, you speak in a powerful voice when addressing issues that you have seen out of harmony, out of balance, out of whack, or unjust. Remember that Crow looks at the world with first one eye and then the other, cross-eyed. In the Mayan culture, cross-eyeds had the privilege of duty of looking into the future. You must put aside your fear of being a voice in the wilderness and call the shots as you see them. As you learn to allow your personal integrity to be your guide, your sense of feeling alone will vanish. Your personal will can then emerge so that you will stand in your own truth. The prime path of true Crow people says to be mindful of your opinions and actions. Be willing to walk your talk, speak your truth, know your life's mission and balance past, present, and future in the now. Shape shift that old reality and become your future self. Allow the bending of physical laws to aid in creating the shape shifting world of peace.
Wow.
allow the bending of physical laws to aid in creating the shape-shifted world of peace.
Wow. I
Well,
love flow.
that that's definitely my bird. I think, for sure.
It's my main bird, as a matter of fact.
Many levels.
Yeah, many.
Many levels.
It's getting into mindset too. It's all about the mindset too.
I've always been interested in the shamanic practices, and specifically in the shape shifting practices, because I do believe that exists, and I do believe that we have those gifts within us. There's a key to unlocking them, though. Uh, wow.
I was
Well,
studying
you've heard the term "change your mind, change your reality," right?
Yep.
right.
Change your energy, and you change your plane of existence.
Yep.
If energy is a matrix that the reality is built upon, can you see how shape shifting can happen?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Wow. What timing?
I ran across a little short story that I wrote down. It's just so cool. A lady named Rena Swintail. I think it's Santa Clara Pueblo. What we were told as children is that people, when they walk onto the land, leave their breath wherever they go. So wherever we walk, that particular spot on the earth, she never forgets us. And when we go to these places, we know that people who have lived there are in some way still there, and that we can actually partake of their breath and their spirit. I like that.
Mhm.
So where we're going, others have been. Understand?
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, where we're going when we get there, you should notice the footprints that have gone before you there.
Right. And feel that spirit. Partake. Like that.
You blew my mind.
It's always fun at Bonnie's.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Well, you know the difference between. Have you noticed the difference between your broadcast and Bonnie's broadcast, Heather?
Well, the audience for one.
Well, yeah, that's because of the people that are up and about around that time. But what I'm
Mhm.
talking about is the different color of the energies between the two.
Yes.
I want you to understand that you and Bonnie are your equalizers. One is coming in with the daylight energy, and the other one is coming in with the nighttime energy.
Yeah.
And the two move every day in a movement. And that energy flows from one to the other, from one to the other. Okay, the common members of these two chats are us. We're the go-betweens. We're the ones keeping the medicine flowing, both the fire medicine of the day and the water medicine of the night, working in perfect tandem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Harmony,
know if
harmony.
there's nothing else online all day long, I will always come to Bonnie's in the evening.
Yep. Same here.
Yep.
Campfire.
Oh, y'all.
The jewel of college.
You know your loved lady.
I do.
No, but
Oh,
Happy does have the
No.
right. Really do. Between the two shows, I think we're sharing something important.
Yep.
that's why the puzzle pieces get put together. The picture's starting to come together.
And the,
Yeah.
and
Crow is talking to Anna pretty tough, by the way. Crow,
yeah.
Crow is calling out to Anna.
Yep.
Yeah. I could feel it. I could feel every nerve ending in my body come alive while he was reading that.
Yep.
Different sections for different sections.
You're
But
going
I
to get
felt
the validation.
And the little hairs on the back of my neck stood up.
Both you and Anna are going to get the validation that Crow is going to become active in your lives. And it'll probably be by the appearance of Crow at some point in time, more than once. Usually validations come in threes.
They live by me, so I see them all day.
I had a crow pass in front of me the other day and stop and look at me.
Uh-huh. I have
Thank
a
you,
message
Anna.
for you, lady. Slow down. I can't keep up.
It flew down right in front of me, turned, looked at me, turned, and flew away.
said, "Hey, I'm here."
Yep.
Messenger.
You're gonna hear from me. Yep, we're gonna hear from you.
It's funny, if Crow comes around for a message, it'll do something out of the ordinary to make sure that you receive the message. You'll see it in a place that it doesn't normally be at, and it'll sit there for a while to make sure that can you hear me now? That sort of thing, Just like when I mentioned the time in here about Vulture coming in and landing on the roof of the house.
Yeah.
And that happened to be when we were in the process of removing negativity or something, I think, at that point. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Synchronicity.
Uh-huh. There's a whole bunch of those lately, isn't there?
Hey, Victor popped back in here.
Hey, Victor.
It's okay if you couldn't sleep. Neither could we. Want to hang out?
Well, thank you for saying that, Pappy, and Anna, because I was thinking about not doing this anymore.
Really?
But now I'm like, okay, I can't do that.
We would miss you too much, Bonnie.
Really.
I would miss y'all too. And I worry that the nights that I'm babysitting my granddaughter, that's a distraction for y'all. And
No, it's
I don't
not.
want that.
We love your granddaughter.
Yes,
We
we
love
do.
to chat with her.
Well, we all worry about the distractions. Look at my kids over here, my hairy kids.
Well, that's true.
I always worry about that.
Somebody's got an echo going on.
Oh, that's probably me.
There's
it
that
better?
beautiful. Yeah.
Might have been me. I might have had the volume turned up too loud.
Dorinda, have you seen Pappy's video on his Harmony Lodge?
No, I have not.
Bonnie,
I
can
will
you make
watch
that?
it.
Can you make that bigger? It's got a picture of it right there.
Oh, right
you're
there.
talking about
Okay.
my avatar?
Yeah,
we were
that's
talking
beautiful.
about Crow. So this is my painted lodge that I have in my yard.
He-
Well, I put
He
it away.
painted that, Dorinda.
It's beautiful.
He painted it 2 foot by 2 foot. Weather didn't cooperate with him.
Yeah, I made a few videos of me painting that.
Yeah, stuck in the
I
basement.
did it.
Yeah,
Isn't it beautiful?
That is gorgeous.
he painted it. That's just amazing.
I love
Yeah.
the meanings
Uh-oh.
behind the stuff. Is
I love the whole thing.
if we paint our own lodge, Happy, and like somebody like me who wasn't raised in the traditional symbolism and doesn't really know much, if anything, about it, but if I were to paint my own symbols because it's my lodge, it would still be right. It would
Your
still
lodge.
Yeah,
It's you.
I'm seeing a blank screen right now, Bonnie. I think I might have messed it up when I uploaded
see
it.
be. We see you, Pappy.
Nope, you're good. We see it.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Oh yeah.
because to me it's just showing. It's not showing a picture. Let me see.
It's showing the door of your lodge.
It's just the stream
Yeah. Okay.
connection.
Well, that's what I had wanted to do. Is just you know, remind people how when you have the certain totems that have come into your life that have been important for your teachings and stuff, you honor them by putting them in places of importance as a reminder. So that's what you may not be able to see it there because of the size of it, but all my totems are on there with the exception of blue jay, but yet you can still see blue jay in the color combinations that I've got on the lodge itself.
Yeah.
I've got the bear in there, and if you notice that the bear is coming in from the east and the west direction. And then I've also got the crow on there, and the crow is in such a position on the door flap that it's standing there watching everything. And then I've also got hummingbird in the center on both sides, for that hummingbird balance that I want inside of that lodge for the harmony. And then on the cover itself, the teepee itself, you'll notice that I've got crows in flight. And those crows go around and get it higher towards the back, which is in the north direction. And then they fly lower, 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 and they come right around the teepee and go back into the door again on the front side. Okay, so that's little messenger going from the earth plane up to spirit plane, from spirit plane back down to earth plane. So that's you can tell the whole story on your lodge or on your shield or whatever it is that you want to put up there to put it on, as it comes to you. That's your personal medicine. That's a story being told,
It's beautiful.
And if you take a look at along the bottom, you've got the circles, okay, and the blue, and those big circles like that, that's Indian symbology for big lakes. Okay, and that tells people that towards the bottom of that teepee, where I'm from, is from the Big Lake region, which is one of the Great Lakes up in upstate New York, Minnesota, all of those places. They're all part of the Big Lakes. And then at the top of the where the smoke flaps are, you've got the dark night sky, and in that is all the star people. And on the front of the doorway, you'll see the red stripe that runs up. That's a good red road. If you were to roll up the door flap, what you would see is that red would go down to either side of the door opening. That's one leg standing on the earth plane, one leg standing on spirit, coming together on the good red road of life going up to the star people.
Wow.
That's what all of that coloration and everything means on that lodge to me. And inside of that lodge is what I call Aquania, my place of peace, Harmony Lodge.
That is so cool.
I don't think he has Cocopelli on his. That's a crow.
No, yeah, that's a crow. That's a sitting crow watching. It's what they call the watcher, the sentinel. Because whenever there's crows around, there's always one watching, always. Just like a flock of geese, there's always one watching. There's always one to call out alarm and danger. And that's, that's a lesson to us as we get together in groups and stuff. Someone within our group will always take up that role, whether they know it or not. Within their spirit, they're the watcher. They're aware of anything that comes around so that they can talk to the others about it. Am I making any sense?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Anne Marie, I'm getting too old to be Coco Pelli. I'm more like Heyoka now. I would probably run it right into the campfire, sitting backwards on the horse.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
She says, "Oh, okay. I have a little phone screen. It's hard to see. Size doesn't matter."
Okay, guys. Are we ready to end this?
Sweet dreams.
Sweet
Absolutely.
dreams,
Thank you for
Bonnie. We'll
having
see you
us.
tomorrow.
Thank all of
Thank you all for coming.
We love you.
We love
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for the invitation to your
I
lodge.
enjoyed it.
What's happening?
Thank you for waking me up.
Love
On
you, Pappy.
happy week.
No,
Have a happy night,
I've
son.
known what I need. I know what I need to do. It's just
It's
I
so
need to do
hard to say goodbye.
That's the way you do it.
And I'm glad y'all like hearing her. That's awesome.
We love
Oh,
being here.
absolutely.
Yes. I miss it.
Well, we told you last night to put her on the screen, and you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. And I told Laura about that today, and she said, "Thank you for not." And I said, "Hey."
Well,
Well,
probably
we had her on the screen a
show.
couple of times. That's all.
Gotta protect that little one. That's
That
all.
is correct. You do.
Yes.
Oh,
And-
yeah, that's right.
I didn't think of that. I'm sorry, Bonnie.
Yeah, I didn't either.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I just
It's
thought that too.
like when we're meeting, there's just a few viewers. Like I think I saw it go up to 8 or 9 tonight. But then the next day when I look at it, there's like a ton of views. And so
okay, I understand.
Yeah.
it's not just us.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
I mean, because I trust all of y'all, but
Yeah.
Well, you got to understand something. When medicine wants to flow, it's going to flow in the way that it's needed to go to where it needs to go.
yes.
So don't be surprised, that
Oh,
at some point in time, maybe months from now, somebody will be going into their YouTube someday and they'll get a recommended video, and it happens to be one where you're talking about the exact thing they needed to know to get out of the rut that they're in. It happens.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. And I really hope it does. I would love to help others.
You're
Oh, you
already
do.
doing it.
You do.
Oh, yeah. You do.
So,
Might be
so
one
Victor's
step
the
at a
one.
time.
Victor's the one that went to sleep. Or went out. Or Anna. I can't tell who. I thought somebody was leaving.
No, I think
I
Victor
think all
had
of
to
us
leave
are.
earlier, but he's leaving again. He's saying goodnight.
Yeah,
Have a
we're
blessed
leaving.
night.
Good night,
Good
Vic.
night, family. Much
Good night,
love.
Lisa. Victor.
Good night, all of y'all.
Good night. Have a good night.
Everybody
You
else
too.
out
Thank
there in the
you
world.
all.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Night off.
Okie dokie. You girls bring in your jingle dresses. We'll hear you coming.
Thank you, Pappy.
Bye-bye.
Love
Night,
y'all.
Robert.
Bye-bye.
Love y'all. Thank you,
Night,
Bonnie.
Robert.
Night. Thank you,
Thank
Pappy.
you.
Love you both.
Thank you, everyone in chat. Love y'all.
Yeah, thank you. Good night, Pappy.